back in the day when niggas be on the 50, I'm telling you, I come out there and I walk straight to you. Like, I just see it in your face, you just with a whole different character from a lot of niggas, bro. Man, we're trying to find out, bro, that's special in our family, dog. You know? Y'all keep that shit going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Million views. It's your host, Wilson Millz, man. What's happening with it? It's an early edition right here, man. Waiting on one of my OG partners to tap in. He's chilling in the studio, about to get on some classwork I'm behind on in this business class I'm taking. You know, trying to get myself in gear. Feel a little bit behind. With some personal issues, you know what I'm saying, had to be addressed immediately. But you know, as all life, got to keep working, keep grinding. Definitely got to stay on my grind. The grind just different these days, which is a blessing. You know. Gotta keep it going, you know. I need a charger. Let me grab me a charger real quick. Pretty decent on the light.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, big dog. We live, baby. We rolling. What's happening with it? Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Getting it in, huh? Getting it together, huh?
Yeah. I'm getting my morning soul food.
I be having them hectic mornings, so I'm more of a afternoon. You know what I'm saying? I just started getting back in the gym, to be honest with you. But I be on
Right.
the afternoon so far.
Right. You know, like when I wake up early in the morning, you know, that'd be my little peace time, you know.
Thanks.
So I get up about 3 o'clock. I do a little reading. I read a chapter or two. I'm reading The Lies America's Told right now. I'm reading a real book right now.
What you reading right now, big dog?
The Lies That America Told.
The Lies That America Told. Who wrote that?
I forget the author of it. I've been having it for a while. I just now picked it up and started reading for about 2 weeks. Pretty good book.
That on my to read list, bro. I gotta go actually pick up a book called The E-Myth by I believe his name Michael Gerber. It's an entrepreneur type of, you know, that's one of them type of reads. You know what I'm saying? It's involved with that class I told you I'm taking. You know.
Okay. What's his name?
But check this out, OG. This is what I really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to pick your brain, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go ahead on. First of all, though, go ahead on and I ain't gonna say qualified because we already know you qualify. You hear me? Go ahead on and introduce yourself to the people so they know who we talking to. I know who I'm talking to, but let the people know who we dealing with.
Yeah. My name's Stephen Hampton. I'm Stephen Hampton from the Elm Street, Lil Farm, Bronx Village area.
Shout out to the hood.
Shout out to the hood, man. One love. Always.
So what's a quick little brief rundown on your background and your upbringing in that area? Like what era you come up in first of all, and what was it like, growing up, becoming a man in your era?
Right, right. Well, things was a lot different than they are, from what I can see here today. Um, things was a lot different, growing up in that type of in our community then, was it was a thriving environment as far as they had a lot of positive influences going on. You know, the neighborhoods was a thriving black communities. It was all good. Everything was good at coming up as a kid. Everybody had good lives coming up as kids
And
when
what
we
you
was,
what you speaking on is that area that was called Bunch Village, right?
oh man, that was Bunch
That
Village
that
had everybody had flower gardens in their yard, and rose petals, and that was a real prominent neighborhood for black people to be in.
right. Especially at that time, because when Bunch Village was incorporated in 1955, that's what it was incorporated for professionals, for working people, working class people, and it was built to be a thriving community, which it is. It's on a bit of a decline, but that's a later conversation. So you say
Right.
coming up in your day, that really was the place to be, right?
Yeah, it was. It was real nice. We had a bunch of positive things going on in the community. But you got to understand too. You really had the elders that was really out for the younger generation. For our best too. You see what I'm saying?
They had your
So
best
you
interest
had
at heart at all times.
exactly. You had those people that was there. You had people that was really there for the young people. They try to
So they had
provide
something
all
to
the
go ahead.
they try to provide situations that they could for us. They never, they was there for us.
So in other words, it was a totally different type of motivation involved.
Yeah, it was. It
And that
was.
in turn that bred a different level of respect for the elders at the same time,
Exactly.
based on how
Exactly.
they was coming.
Based on how they came, and things change, man. When in our communities, when the government stopped funding these summer jobs and stopped funding these summer programs for us. When they took these jobs out from these youth, and they took these jobs from these black communities. That's when things changed in the black community.
Yeah,
They
listen,
stopped having.
to fast forward to today, not to cut you off, big dog. Like what I've been finding out, it's more so on the research. Now they still do try to hide certain things from us or whatever it is you want to call it. But it's a
Hmm.
it's a see we have the information now. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's at our fingertips. So it's about
Hmm.
researching, dog, something other than like first thing you told me was a book
Hmm.
that you about to start reading. You know what I'm saying? Some new literature. You know what I'm saying? Some new food for your brain, for your body. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back on that type of time, man. Cause if you just get on your research game, man, they got so many different programs and foundations and stuff out there right now for minorities, bro. It's kind of ridiculous, dog. Like they got a lot of things out there that we're gonna
Hold
tap
on, Mill.
into.
Hold
We
on.
go ahead.
Mills, I'm gonna need you to repeat that. Hold on, I can't hear you. I got disconnected for a minute. Hold
It's all good. I can still hear you, so let me know when you can hear me.
on.
You can hear me now.
Okay, I
You
think
can hear
you're
me.
good now. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. You should have. Somebody was calling me.
Yeah, I meant to tell you, you might want to put it on do not disturb for a minute.
Yeah,
It's
can
all
you hear
good.
me?
We're not live.
No, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you.
We lost the OG for a second. He'll be back. But yeah, what I was just basically telling them was They got a lot of programs though out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they got them tucked off. A lot of them on these college campuses or online or whatever. But that's all you got to do, man. Tap into them. They got grants and programs and classes. You can hear me, big dog?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I was just elaborating on what you were saying about how at some point, what I'm saying, that gap between, adolescence and manhood had got kind of shaky for us because they stripped the programs and the real guidance from the hood. But what I was saying
Mm-hmm.
now is they got some programs, they got grants and foundations and stuff like that, classes you can go take, brother, to get help. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Getting your own thing started, like on an entrepreneur level, they got these trade schools and stuff like that. All you gotta do is like Jefferson Parish have a program. I can't call the name out offhand right now, but I'm gonna do the research and I'm gonna post it on my page so people
Mm-hmm.
can start getting abreast to it. But they got a program where they'll pay for you to go to Delgado and some of these other places to get trades and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's, it's
Well,
it's things out there. We just got to dig a little harder for it. They make it hard for us.
exactly, Mills. I can sit here and say this and say that. I can make all excuses because and I can put up those barriers because I can put them in my mind and make myself believe that they there. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
So like you say, all the information and everything is there for us to grab. We just got to plow ourselves, man. It's the same energy. It's just got to be an even kill. You got to you just got to want it, man. You just got to want something different. But that's all what it
That's the
falls
first
to,
key. That's the
what
first
it
key
comes
right
down.
there. Cause I ain't
And
gonna
then
lie. I told you, big dog. I was one of them. I was one of them cats who was sitting on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take the easy route every way. You know what I'm
but
saying? I did that
but
for a while.
it's hard for kids in the ghetto. It's hard for us to want something different because we don't never see nothing different. You see, people always say, okay, it's easy for us, but how different for kids around our way that see different things.
How
I
often do
mean,
they see it? Right.
how often, I mean, come on, these kids on survival mode, man.
Right. At all
You know,
times, and that's crazy.
on survival mode.
They re-
I mean, you want them to be 12 years old, but they ain't living like no 12 years old, because the issues that they got mentally that they dealing with from home ain't what an
right.
average 12-year-old supposed to be dealing with.
Facts.
I
What
mean,
Let me cut you off for a second again. I want to get a little bit deeper into you, big dog. So what Steve was like? What the 12-year-old, 13-year-old Steve? What that was like?
oh man, 12, 13-year-old me, I was you see, I was an athlete too, man. I like the sports. I like the sports. I was trying out new things at that time too. I was my mother's only child.
Yeah.
At 12 years old.
Shout out to Mama Rose too, man.
My brother, man, one love, man, my angel, man. I talk to her every day. Um, I was 12 years old. I had just moved. We just had moved when I made 13. So I moved from Elm Street to Buns Village on Walker.
Okay. So a little change of terrain, huh?
Right. So that was it wasn't that much different because my grandmothers and all my uncles and them was
Right,
from
right,
over
right. You
there
was already rooted. All right, yeah, on Wilson Street.
on Wilson Street. So I already had ties through my family, through my
Now, for people who don't understand that, let them know how big that was for you having roots on both sides of that airline like that. As
oh
far
yeah,
as far as what I'm saying, as it applies to us. You know what I'm saying?
right. So yeah, what that did for me, so I was able to, I was able to have the best of both worlds because it's being coming from Elm Street and coming to Buns Village, it's two different worlds.
Facts.
You know, so by my grandmother and all of them being from over there, and my mama moved over there on Elm, and that's where I was raised at. So when I would go over there, my uncles and them I had the protection of my family
Right.
from over there in Little Farm, and when I would come, in the neighborhood, by me being the only child, I had the protection from the guys in the neighborhood, the older guys in the neighborhood. So it would protect me. I had my, I could move around like that. I was
Right.
able to move around. On the strength of those guys.
and 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 on the strength of that like you said, that made it easier for you to maneuver around and build relationships. You feel what I'm saying? Pretty
Exactly.
much all the way around the board.
Exactly. I was with that because that allowed me because I would go to school. My mother allowed me to go to school over there. So I would go to school with them guys, and I would come home from school and be with the guys in my
And be in the
neighborhood.
Ville, right? That's crazy.
You know, yeah, I would go to school with the guys in the Ville, and I would come home and be with the guys on Elm Street. You see,
Right. That was a perfect recipe right there.
you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I was building relationships on. I had relationships with those guys over there, and I would also have relationships with guys in my neighborhood.
On both ends, and similar cats, but really truly different. You know what I'm saying? At the
Right.
same time, you know.
Exactly. So that worked out. As time went on in my life, that was a perfect situation for me.
All right, man. Like let me. This one here for the youngsters right here, bro. Um, what was a pivotal point in your life, bro, where you really had to make one of them grown man decisions, and you knew well in your mind you thought you was grown, but looking back now, you know what I'm saying, as a growing man, because that's something you taught me, as a growing
Mhm.
person at the age that you at now. What was one of them points, 17, 18, whenever it came about, because it come at different times for different people, depending on your situation, you know what I'm saying? But what was that point where you felt like, damn, if I would have went right on this one instead of left, you know, around
Well,
what age you had to make them type of choices, and what you think you could have did better?
in hindsight, when I look back now, I just wish I would have. I just wish I would have took education a little bit more seriously. I
Right.
wish I'd have applied myself more seriously as far as education wise.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. At a time, I can see, because when we transitioned from Elm Street to Bunch Village, I was already pretty much, doing
Yeah, you was
what
on your
I
level
thought.
already.
Pretty much, I was headed there already. I was because when I got over there, I was already pretty much established as far as um, amongst my peers. Like I said, I was 12, 13 years old. So
Right. And that might sound kind of like these kids today, but there was a large gap in time between people like yourself and what's going on today, because like
right.
y'all come from you can explain it better than me. What was the difference between that school of gangsters, you know what I'm saying, and today?
Well, it was a little. What the street cats back then was what made it different. What made it different was they was a little bit more. They was a little bit more discreet. You kept it. Guys kept it within themselves. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a spread out thing. It was like they had their own society. If they had their own society with the women, only certain type of women was messing with those, affiliate with those kind of guys. You see, and
Right.
only those guys had their own, hey, on club night, not to go to the club on this night because this type of environment gonna be there. You see,
Right.
so you kind of knew, they didn't kind of mix in. They kind of made it cool. I guess when these, everybody started rapping, that shit got mainstream and it
The
kind
more
of got,
commercial things got on.
yeah, and it kind of, it kind of took away, and that's what these guys picked up on. They ain't picking up on. They picking up on it from the commercial standpoint. They ain't really getting it from these guys that they really, you know,
So in
that
other
we'll
words,
say,
you saying it's more of a portrayal of image than really more so of the teaching.
all right, or more so of what it really is. I mean,
'Cause I gotta be real with you. When I first stepped off into it, um, I got introduced to the game the right way, if we can even say that. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I had my own idea of how it was supposed to go. So when the OG pulled my coat and was like, "Hold on, man, what you doing?" I'm like, I'm doing what you told me to do. Like, that ain't what I told you to do. You feel what I'm saying? Without getting into too much detail. In other words, I wanted to do it the new school way, but I was dealing with some old school cats, so that's one blessing about it. My coat got pulled early, and he was like, "Hold on, man, you got this the way I taught you how to do this here." You feel what I'm saying? So I was blessed with that, but I can understand what you mean because like I was influenced by what I was seeing more so than what was being taught to me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's easy to do as a youngster because that's when you impressionable, you know.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So
your school of cats, like you say, y'all was little soldiers, little men already at 12, 13 because of the way the
right,
game was being given to you.
right. Because we had again, at that age, so we had guys that was in the neighborhood, that like that would look out for us. We had the athlete guys. So if you wanted to be an athlete, so if you was an athlete, and if you would travel or you would leave out the neighborhood, you would leave out the neighborhood with the best athletes.
Right.
You see, and y'all would go and play against other neighborhoods, and them guys would protect you. If you and like me, I was the youngest one. So when I would go, I always was the youngest. I was always the smallest and the youngest. So they always just took a liking to me as far as that. They all knew that I was the little one.
Right.
I was a little guy, and they always knew I was by myself. So they always it was just automatic that they protected me. It was just an automatic thing. You know what I'm saying? It was just all of them. It was I never had no problems in the neighborhood growing up.
I gotta link back up with Big Curtis. Big Curtis older than you?
Yeah, Curtis, all those guys older than me.
Yeah, man. I gotta link back up with Big Curtis now that I got my thing together a little bit better. I told him they had another one who I know I could get on this level with and get some real game. You feel what I'm saying? Cause he done been around.
Yeah,
I,
Curtis, beautiful dude.
I also want to shout him out because I'm about to start playing local artist music on Saturdays. If you got any people out there who you trying to help get up off the ground, just get their music heard or their videos played or whatever. I'm gonna be doing that for free on Saturdays. Every Saturday, I'm gonna be going live, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Showing local. Not I don't even want to say local, but up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying? I want to show them some love, dog. You know what I'm saying? But that's an idea I
Right.
got from News, man. Cause he used to, you know what I'm saying, when he had the little radio station thing going
Yeah.
on. You feel me?
Right.
See, I
Right.
don't forget nothing, and
Right.
I don't mind saluting a nigga who I done learned something from. You feel me?
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
definitely got a link.
No, go ahead, Neil. I'm sorry.
I definitely got a link with him, though. I just wanted to show you some love. I ain't want to interrupt your whole, you know what I'm saying, your whole workout. You feel me? I ain't
No,
want
no,
to take up your whole
you
morning.
good. No, you good. I'm here. I'm here for you, babe. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do till like a couple hours from now. So I'm good. You got me.
Yeah, man. I most definitely appreciate you, dog. Listen, give us the the word for the day. What would be the word of wisdom for the day, man?
Oh man, accountability, man.
Accountability. That's one.
Accountability, man.
And expound on that. You know what I'm saying for us knuckleheads.
Okay, we just got to, it's okay. We got to learn that it's okay to make a mistake, man. We got to learn that it's okay that we make a mistake. It's okay. We don't. It's okay. We got to.
Yeah,
We got to.
you gonna mess up out here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
It's okay that we make mistakes, and we got to learn to be held to accept those mistakes and grow from them,
Yeah,
and not let those mistakes define us. Not let
right,
that be not let that be the end. If you don't want that to be the last chapter in your book to be read, you see. So
facts.
we got to we got to just get up, look ourselves in the mirror and be able to stand on it, whatever life brings, man. Mills, I didn't wake up this morning and was brushing my teeth and say, damn, I want to have a bad day today.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. You speaking positive in existence.
Okay, I mean, you know, when I come to the gym, I don't come to the gym for an argument. I come to the gym to work out.
Facts.
So ain't nothing. I'm not looking for anything else.
You looking for a good workout, mind, body, and soul.
That's it. So when we go places and when we do things and we make these mistakes, we just got to just be held accountable for them, because we grow from it, man. We got to just quit. We got to quit. We got to get a little thicker skin too, man, with each other, man. You know,
Facts.
we got to quit taking everything personal. You
Right.
know, We gotta, we gotta toughen up a little bit,
Hey man,
and we.
that's the word of the day, bro. Accountability, dog, and that's crazy that you brought that up, big dog. Cause that's what me. I interviewed a dude yesterday live. His name Campus Smack, and he started a rap battle league like 11 years ago on a college campus down there in Thibodeau, so on and so forth. He got his clothing line and stuff like that, and he told me like that's the main thing about business, dog. Accountability, holding yourself, those that you work those that you know what I'm saying, collaborate with, everything involved got to be held accountable for their role and their position in this thing, man. So that's confirmation from the OG, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get on with the rest of your day. I'm gonna tap in with you later, big homie, and we're gonna definitely put together that interview so we could get, you know what I'm saying, deep into what the OG really, you know what I'm saying, really about. You feel me?
For sure, baby, for
I
sure.
love you,
Anytime
big
you need
dog. I
me.
appreciate you, brother. I'll be in contact with you, man.
Okay, me too, man. Stay safe, baby. I love you.
All right, bro. Love you too. 100.
Fuck your thoughts, that don't faze me. I'm a money hungry fiend. There was a moment I had that bag too. Now I'm at the what's for me. I played a different role. Now I'm the one rocking stages, pick and roll, giving go, man. I coach and make plays too. Lil Wayne, Lil Baby moves, features crazy. Shout out street money for the street favors. My dog black for that situation. I'm really rapping and my gift amazing. No kizzy, pocket glizzy. My move Vegas, Kinder City, next to the city. Augusta raised me. Them niggas hate me cause they ain't me. For real. Fuck 'em. Let's cut up. Cut up. Cause I cut up on another level. Them niggas soft as feathers. Can't even lead us, stay hustling on a broke level. I'm on a different scene, 3 states, I'm the main event. I turn my hustle up.